guys, here we are again with From the Red Carpet. On today's episode, we have some news regarding Gotham Knights, some stuff about Ezra Miller that's not so good, and also a look into Barry Keoghan's Joker. So stay tuned and we'll dive right in. So, starting off, we all saw the Batman and that awkward ending with the Joker and Arkham. Well, early on, we all knew Barry Keoghan would be playing him, even though they told us he was an unnamed Arkham inmate, whatever that meant. Really, Matt Reeves? Like, really? So, the Riddler gets locked up next to a guy who pretty much motivates him to keep going after the Riddler feels defeated. Then, he has this terrible laugh. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Well, guess what? That was the Joker. They don't show his face all that well, but in a deleted scene, Batman goes to see him for advice, and they show him straight on. In the scene, Batman asks Joker's opinion about why the Riddler is writing to him directly, and hands the Joker a file. There's this whole theory that the Joker steals a paperclip off of the file and will later on use it to free himself, possibly in the sequel. And to note, he's not the Joker just yet. This is a proto-Joker, according to Matt Reeves. He was going to expand more on his story, but obviously it didn't fit well into this film's narrative, so it's to be assumed that Batman captured him at some point during year 1, with this movie being year 2. And the Joker's look is kind of like that New 52 one, where he cut his face off and stapled it back on, even though Cameron Monaghan in Gotham did it better. Reeves said that this Joker was born with a condition that makes him never stop smiling. People would see him out and about on the streets and condescend to him, leading to him calling himself a clown, or just a bad joke. Reeves also said that this Joker is inspired by The Man Who Laughs, which was actually the original inspiration for the comic book Joker back in the 40s. And his face looks pretty banged up. I'm not sure if I like it, but we should be getting a better explanation of everything in the sequel. So according to Matt Reeves, eventually, this condition he has and the way it's affected his mind will later on lead him to becoming the Joker we all know. I'm not sure if he'll get dropped into chemicals or anything, but as far as I can tell, his hair's already green. So if we see this Joker again, this is probably what he'll look like. So about that Flash movie. Yes, Ezra Miller will star as Barry Allen in the Flash film, which is said to reset the DCEU going forward. No more Affleck, no more Cavill, just Flash, Supergirl, and Michael Keaton's Batman. Oh yeah, and Shazam too. Basically, the movie erases anything Zack Snyder made for DC. Well, Ezra Miller may have erased more than that. Maybe even himself as the Flash. It all started a while back where Miller got kicked out of a bar for being drunk and disorderly. Then he went across the street to another bar and was denied entry, with a female employee preventing him from going in. This resulted in him freaking the hell out, and I guess things got heated because over half a dozen cops showed up and issued Miller a trespass warning. And then, last Monday, Miller was in a karaoke bar in Hawaii where he was actually arrested for disorderly conduct. He became hostile after hearing this chick sing karaoke and went up on stage and yanked the mic out of her hand. Then he bowed up on a guy playing darts. Despite the bar owner's request, Miller would not stop being an asshole. Apparently, and this is all from the internet, he filmed people at a gas station or something and then barged into a couple's hotel room asking for the guy's wallet. It doesn't really sound like him, but then again, I don't know the fucking guy, so maybe. Following all these incidents, it's reported that Warner Brothers has dropped Miller as Barry Allen, but I guess we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. The Gotham Knights series is picking up yet another cast member. In addition to Navia Robinson as Carrie Kelly and Misha Collins as Harvey Dent, we're also getting Anna Lore as Stephanie Brown, aka Spoiler. In the comics, Stephanie is the daughter of Cluemaster, one of Batman's villains. She was the girlfriend of Tim Drake, the third Robin. Also, at one point, she briefly became Robin herself, and even Batgirl, for a while. One of the comics featuring her was very controversial because there was a teen pregnancy storyline involving her. And then, at some point, she was captured by Black Mask and tortured pretty badly. She was rescued by Batman, but later on died in the hospital. But I'd have to say, most notably, she played a pivotal role in Gotham Knights helping out Dick Grayson as Spoiler, another member of the Bat family. The Marvels is the highly anticipated sequel to 2019's Captain Marvel film. In this one, we'll see the return of Brie Larson as Carol Danvers, and she'll team up with both Kamala Khan and Monica Rambeau. The film will deal with the aftermath of the Secret Invasion series on Disney+, where Skrulls have invaded Earth and have been masquerading around as humans. The film is also said to introduce Nova to the MCU, as well as a new planet called Hala, which in the comics is the homeworld of the Kree Empire. The Kree being the opposing side of the Skrulls in the Marvel Universe. The Kree and Skrulls have been at war for a long time, as shown in the Captain Marvel film. The backdrop of Hala has been filmed in Morocco, and word on the street is the final battle will take place here, with the trio kicking some Kree ass. Kamala Khan is even said to go a bit crazy on some Kree. Anyway, speaking of Nova, a solo Nova project is also in the works. The project will have both iterations of Nova. Richard Rider will already be established as Nova, kinda like how Hank Pym was already Ant-Man in the Ant-Man movie. And then we'll be introduced to Sam Alexander, which will be the MCU's Nova, with Ryder probably training him. This would be awesome to see, and they've only been talking about Nova coming to the MCU for years now. No idea on what the casting is, or if this will be a movie or a show, but it's exciting anyway. So the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special is headed to Disney Plus this Christmas. The event will be under 40 minutes long and will introduce multiple new characters to the MCU. Seeing as to how Guardians 3 comes out May of next year, we should still have all the characters from the previous film. Also, to note, Mark Hamill is said to be appearing as Santa Claus, so that's a thing. The She-Hulk series is said to do a lot for the MCU. Bringing back Abomination, introducing Scar, and even setting up World War Hulk. But another popular MCU hero will be making an appearance. That's right, Wong is said to show up in the series, helping out Jennifer Walters. I don't know if he's going to have a brief cameo or if he'll be in multiple episodes, but either way, yay, Wong! Multiverse of Madness is coming out next month. I know I talk about this one a lot, but finally, it's almost here. Here we have some pictures of Wanda's suit that looks pretty beat up. This may be following her Illuminati fight, but I'm not sure. But anyway, isn't the suit made out of magic, so how could it get physically damaged? How does that make sense? Alright, so guess what? We're getting a Crow reboot. Yep, the guy who wrote King Richard. You know, King Richard, that one movie about Venus and Serena's father. Yeah, the one that Will Smith won the award for, directly after slapping Chris Rock. Yeah, that movie. Well, we're getting a reboot of The Crow, written by him. The film is said to star Pennywise himself, Bill Skarsgård. And there's no other information at this time. Lastly, guys, the Halo series is right around the corner on Paramount+. Master Chief actor, Pablo Schreiber, is apparently in talks with Marvel to play a certain mutant. While it's not confirmed, they've been in talks for a while and have toyed with the idea of Schreiber being our new Wolverine. This isn't solidified, so take it with a grain of salt, but it's just the word around town. What do you guys think of that one? Alright, well, that does it for this episode of From the Red Carpet. If you guys like the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more. And with that, I'll see you on the next one.